Okay, this is your final test review for ratios, percents, and unit rates. It's really important that you go through and understand because everything that's on here will be on the interim assessment. Sometimes we can multiply up and down to find our ratios. Sometimes that's more complicated. In this particular instance, it's much easier to go across. 3 times something equals 18, 4 times something equals 24, etc. To find the missing value or the missing factor, we divide. And we've had many of those problems this year. So you would have 18 divided by 3. You could have 24 divided by 4. You have 54 divided by 9. In each of those instances, you can still use your calculator. You're going to find the missing factor is 6. Because these are equivalent ratios, then you would use the 6 right here and multiply and find the answer of 42. The second problem is distance. Mrs. Fulkerson is running at a constant rate of 9 miles in 108 minutes. We want to find 1 mile. Remember, 1 is always the denominator of your fraction. So that means miles are going to be on the bottom. And over here, we're going to have 108 minutes and 9 miles. And what do? Well, you do 1 over 9, 1 over 9, which really, when you figure that out, the math you're doing is 108 divided by 9. So you're going to work that out on the calculator, and I'm not going to give you that answer. And your answer is going to be blah, blah, blah minutes in 1 mile. A train is traveling 441 miles in 6 hours. How far in 1 hour? Well, that means you need 1 on the bottom, your denominator. We don't know how many miles up here. Which means we take our original ratio. Your original ratio always is the first part. If miles is on top, 441 miles divided by 6 hours. 1 over 6, 1 over 6. So this is your math problem, 441 divided by 6. And then that's your answer. Make sure you pause the video to do the division. You will have a problem like this. This is something they expect you to have memorized. How many feet are in a yard? Well, there are 3 feet in a yard. Or they might say, how many inches in a foot? There are 12 inches in a foot. Okay. Or they might say, how many inches in 1 yard? There are 36 inches in a yard. All they want is you to put the number in the missing box. You do not have to solve the problem. Question number 5, unit rate. They want you to decide, are these 3 unit rates the same as this unit rate? Well, first you have to find the unit rate. Remember, money is always on top. So you have $8 divided by 4 pounds. Well, this one I know is $2 per 1 pound. You can do that by dividing. So then you're doing the rest of the problems to decide if they're the same. This is $4 divided by 8. That equals 0.50 cents. Is that the same as this one? No, that is not the same. That's $2, that's 50 cents. This is $12 divided by 6, which I know equals 2. That's the same. This is $24 divided by 12. That is also 2. The question on the test is going to look exactly like this. You have to find the unit rate for each one. Remember, money is always the numerator. And this is usually the items. The next ones are percent problems. Remember, you must make your percent make into decimal. The way you make a percent into a decimal is take your 20%, divide it by 100, and you get 0.2. You also need to think of as times and is as equals. So this problem becomes 0.2 times empty box equals 15. If I rewrite that using my fact family, it becomes 15 divided by 0.2 equals empty box. So you're going to then do that on the calculator. So same idea, make a decimal. So it's 1.0 times empty box equals 50. So rewrite using your fact family becomes 50 divided by 1.0. Same pattern, 0.25 times empty box equals 45. Fact family, 45 divided by 0.25. Remember to pause the video, use your calculator, find the rest of those answers. Then turn the page. Okay, same idea. This time though, this is my equal sign. So this says empty box equals, make your decimal, 0.4 times 90. So you just have to multiply and put your answer in there. This one says 0.8 times empty box equals 50. So we rewrite it as 50 divided by 0.8 equals empty box. This says empty box equals 0.6 times 80. This one says 0.5 times empty box is 27, which means you need your fact family. 27, sorry, that's weird, divided by 0.5 equals empty box. Be sure and pause to solve all those problems. Okay, 20% off of $60 or 30% off of $60. How much would I pay for store B? How much would I save? So I need to do both problems. So I have $60 times, make it a decimal, 0.2, and I have $60 times 0.3. And then you have to decide how much am I going to save? So this is saving $12 because I've already done the math. This is saving $18. But the question says how much more. So what is the difference between $18 and $12? The difference is $6. Check these two problems with the calculator to make sure you understand how to do those. And that is it. You need to make sure you understand all of these. The interim will be on Thursday, and you cannot use any notes. There's also a practice, I believe, quizzes in Google Classroom under the stream. Good luck.